a depressing. I'm no one. I'm alone.
Well, Fran, people can see you today.
Hello.
So that's nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good start, I think.
Hi.
A bit better than not seeing you.
A nice wide shot on Fran.
A nice wide shot on Fran.
Nice wide of Fran.
Well, the problem is with Fran is that we've been looking at our analytics, and it is a horrendous amount of men that listen to the.
Is it, mate? Yeah.
It's mainly men that listen to and watch the podcast. So we are going to have to ask you at some point to maybe
Make some changes.
be a bit more manly, a bit more macho. I think that's what the actually shit, that was pretty good.
It's not
Maybe
bad.
we can
Muscles are me.
maybe draw on a mustache and sort of, I don't know, muscle vests. What do men wear?
I don't know. I'm barely a man, so.
I mean, I could cosplay as you guys for a day.
Turn you into Frank, maybe?
Yeah.
Frank, that was, no, can I
Frank?
cosplay as you if I put on like a wig?
Yeah.
We'll do like role reversal.
Yeah.
You can bring Davina in. Davina.
Yeah.
It's been a while since
man.
I've done
Davina,
Davina. I forgot about Davina.
Yeah. I could be Jimberly.
Jimberly, yeah.
That's fantastic. I think we should do that maybe.
Jimberly and Davina.
Yeah.
I quite like that.
Oh, thanks, mate.
How's your week anyway? You got anything to report this week?
Well, it's been a couple of weeks as we record these bi-weekly now, which is fantastic.
It feels like you have more of a rest and
to
more
break
to
the
talk about,
fourth
to be honest.
wall. I've been to Kendal Calling, which was fantastic. Had a great time. Some really good sets out there.
You did a Daft Punk special, yeah?
There's such a good story from Kendal. So like 4 years ago, 2022, I was playing a gig there, and I went up to this family in the audience, and I had in my pocket a Baby Bell because I'd taken some snacks with me, and this Baby Bell had been in my pocket all weekend, so it was warm, sweaty.
Oh my God.
I wasn't going to eat it. So I went up to these random people. I was a bit pissed, and I was like, guys, this is my lucky Baby Bell. Bring it back to me, 7:30 p.m., the silent disco tent. And this family turned up at the front of the silent disco tent, brought me my Baby Bell back, and they were like, here we are. They go to Kendal Calling every single year, and every set I play, they turn up. And at the front of the crowd, the son, so it's like a father, a mother, a son, and a daughter, full family affair, and the son comes and he holds up a picture of a Baby Bell at the front of the set, just so I know that they're
How
there.
big's the picture?
Every year, like a full phone screen. He'll like zoom it in, and it'll be a baby bell, and
I
he'll hold it up,
see.
and
Incredible.
he'll like wave at me and be like, "Oh yeah, you're all right."
Oh, that's so cute,
So
man.
genuinely, every year for the last 4 years, without fail, they've been at every single one of my sets at the front, holding up a photo of a Baby Bell. It's
Have you ever eaten the Baby Bell after it's been there for that period of time?
No. This time it's just a photograph like of the Baby Bell on the screen. It's not a Baby Bell anymore. But I think maybe like I need to do something about it. But that's so there's loads of great moments from Kendal, but that's like my favorite. Like they're still there after all this time.
Do you think, like, just in terms of if you did get to eat the Baby Bell at that point, what is like your optimal temperature of Baby Bell to eat? Are you room temperature or fridge?
I think they might survive the nuclear apocalypse.
Yeah,
Baby
they don't
Bells.
melt, man. Like
They don't. I mean,
What's your preference though?
cold.
But would you? Yeah, mine's
Really?
If I have a
Mine's
preference,
completely
I think.
cold,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think a cold
I'm a
Baby Bell.
room temperature kind of girly, man. Like
A room temperature cheese girl.
not every cheese, only Baby Bells.
Okay.
A Baby Bell at room temperature, I'm not kidding. It hits different. It tastes.
It's. I still eat it.
Tastes like cheesier almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get.
No, do you know
get
what? I'm
that.
with you on that.
Yeah.
A
As
room,
long as it's not warm
No.
and melty.
room
Yeah.
temperature cheese girl could be a good t-shirt, by the way.
Room temperature cheese girl.
Yeah, man.
Leanne came up with
or
a
a
t-shirt
band name.
idea. It's like looking like a snack, smelling like a rat.
Nice.
Yeah.
And it's just like sexy rat, but with things going. I was like, oh mate, we got to make that.
I like that, man. That's great.
Looking like a snack, smelling like a rat.
Wow.
For Baby Bells, though, I always fuck with the wax. I fucking love it.
Yeah.
You ever just bitten wax and all?
I've never done that, no, but I imagine you have.
Yeah, once.
Yeah.
What's the wax taste like?
Just wax.
Not nice, like eating a candle.
No.
Literally eating a candle.
Mate, honestly, I prefer the really light Baby Bells. You know, the blue ones.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
The kind of what, less fat? I don't
Wouldn't
know.
Wouldn't have expected that from you.
They taste just as good. They taste as good.
That was such a,
Yeah, that's what I'm catching
horrible
straight.
thing to
Just
say.
catching straight.
Meow meow.
You can't-
Guys, Davina and Jiminy.
Just catching
Kimberly,
straight for no
rather.
reason. Just
You can't be
literally.
Did you ever, in our art room at school, when we were teenagers or whatever, you used to get Baby Bell wax at lunch, put it in your pocket, and then whilst the teacher was talking or whatever at the start of the lesson, you'd warm it up. And then when the teacher turned their back to write something on the board, we'd throw Baby Bell wax because it was a really high ceiling and it'd stick to the top of the ceiling. And then we'd sort of play a game throughout the lesson where we'd wait to see if it fell down. Because if it fell down, it would fall onto like a table, or like sometimes it'd fall into like a pot of a paint, like paint brushes or
I think
pens.
that's a grammar
or,
school thing, Mum.
do you reckon?
Yeah, it wasn't a Giles thing.
No, too mature at Giles. At Giles, they hadn't quite figured out the physics of melting wax,
No, we
throwing
didn't
it
know
at
how
a
to-
ceiling, and
yeah,
then seeing if
that
it would
was,
fall down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird that we used to get flack for going to Giles because it wasn't even a weird school.
No, it wasn't a weird school. No, but then you used to insult us for all going to grammar school or high school,
Because
right?
it's all boys' school, wasn't it?
Yeah. Did you insult the girls that went to the high school?
No.
Just the boys that went to the
I don't
all
know if
boys
I
grammar
contributed in the slagging off of grammar school though. To be
school. I
fair,
didn't
back in the day.
really care.
I didn't really care. No.
Only when friend of the pod Ellie. Only when it was like me versus her.
Oh yeah.
She used to get a bit
Yeah, she
spicy.
went, yeah.
We just call her Giles. Anyway,
Did you
But
guys go to different schools then?
we went to different schools.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
What
Yeah.
school did you go to?
I went to Meadowhead Secondary School.
Shout out Meadowhead.
Yeah, man.
Any
Dunno.
famous former pupils of Meadowhead apart from you?
I don't know. I've not really looked anyone up from there.
Shall we look?
But I think. Do you know what the main thing is that I can tell you about the school that I went to?
Yeah.
Is basically, so recently Prince William went there to talk to them about an initiative,
Oh.
which I don't think is generally a positive sign. But
Well,
know.
let me tell you this, Fram. I think you'll quite like this. Notable figures who attended Meadowhead School and its predecessor, Jordan Thorpe Comprehensive in Sheffield, include astronaut Helen Sharman.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Yeah,
That
actress
is cool.
Elizabeth Henstridge and several
Yeah.
professional footballers.
Yeah, fuck all out.
Did Jess Ennis go? I don't know if she went to.
I don't know.
Meadowhead.
I don't know if Jess Ennis did. It doesn't say that here. Let me check.
Or should we
But
go
anyway.
to Silverdale instead?
Silverdale.
So
nice.
did you have
Is that like
nice-
is that like
It's the nicest school,
God.
innit?
Is that the thing? Like, because I don't know whether I guess so. Like every county or like area in England, do they add that, or whether you got like into the because we had grammar school, which is the more like upper tier. The smart kids go to.
Is that
grammar
where you
school.
went, Jim?
Yeah, unfortunately so. Yeah.
But
The little shame moment, then the doffing of the cap.
Well,
Oh yes.
you have to pass like an 11 plus to get to grammar school, and I felt until recently that was quite like exclusionary or like elitist or whatever. But then my friend Tom, who does watch and listen to the podcast, said to me, he was like, actually, it's quite good because it gave everybody a chance to get a grammar school education without having to pay for it, basically, because you do have to pay for grammar schools in like other parts of the country.
Yeah.
Like Stockport Grammar School, for example, it's like a private school. So ours was not a private school. Like anybody could go there, but you did have to technically pass an 11 plus to get in.
It is one of those where I think it's a positive thing because it does.
Did all across the UK have that? Like in different towns, like you're going to the posh one. You're going to the rough
Yeah,
one.
did you
you're
have,
going to the middle ground one because our rough one was what?
Beads.
Yeah,
some
same
beads.
beads.
Haven High, maybe.
Haven High was more rough. than
Haven
St.
High is
Bede's.
pretty rough.
Haven High is where all the rough kids went. Then Giles, my lot, was the middle ground, kind of like meh.
It was
And
all
then-
right. Yeah,
It was
Giles
all
was
right.
all right. It's quite a creative school, Giles.
I would say
some good
honestly,
people come out of Giles.
legit, Giles was all
I
right.
don't think we.
Some of my best memories in sixth form.
Jessica Ennis, by the way, went to King Eckbert
Yeah, that's basically
in
Silverdale.
Dore.
Basically Silverdale.
Fran
She
throwing
is
some
fantastic,
shade over there.
though.
Boo.
She is fantastic. She's amazing.
Yeah, shame about
Like,
your school, Jess.
Yeah, shame that she didn't go to Meadowhead. That would have been a nice accolade for us.
Yeah.
But anyway, alas, I think like as far as I'm aware, there's no like we have private schools in Sheffield, but no grammar schools. There might be a grammar school.
Then you have private schools,
If there
which
is,
are
we
like-
weren't even told about it.
Yeah,
Like-
I didn't know any private schools. I wasn't told.
Well, Dave, I'm just looking to see if there's anybody notable from Giles.
I thought we had an athlete or something.
Yeah, there you go. Melanie Marshall, former Olympic athlete. Olympic
Can I just
gold.
cut you off?
Yeah.
Instead of that, do you remember the horrific story of that girl who left her hand in clay too long
Oh, yeah.
and it burnt her whole hand off apart from this finger?
Apart from one finger.
And
Is
it
that
was
true?
horrific.
Yeah.
That's
Was
true.
that at your school?
Yeah, it's after I left, like years after, but it was like,
Yeah.
that was so, scrap all that nonsense. That's kind of boring. This.
Oh, here you go. In October 2009, the Giles Academy was fined after an unsupervised art student suffered severe burns to her hands after plunging them into a bucket of plaster of Paris.
And
After
you
12 operations,
yeah.
the student lost all her fingers on one hand but managed to keep two on the other.
We knew the teacher, though, who.
That's insane.
there's more-
guys.
there's more-
We knew the teacher.
That's insane.
I knew the teacher that left his because I didn't like him at all, and I
Yeah.
was already like pointing fingers at him. I won't name
That's
names,
pretty
so I know
mad,
his name.
like-
I'm like,
I know
bet he
it.
fucking left it in there.
I bet he fucking shoved
bet it was a fucking
I bet he
ploy,
shoved
mate.
her hands in there.
It was, oh no! Apparently, like I heard stories of the kids, and like it obviously gets passed around
Yeah,
locally, and it was apparently just screaming.
Oh,
He
yeah.
just felt
Oh
the
my
burning and
don't.
stuff.
Oh
Right.
god, that's a horrible.
Wow!
Let's carry on. So there's more controversies than notable alumni.
There we go.
In July 2012, a transgender student was briefly banned from sitting GCSE exams after arriving in girls' uniform. February
God.
2020, after numerous poor reports from Ofsted, a termination warning was served to Giles Academy. Fantastic, dude.
Bloody hell, Giles. No, actually, I need to look into Haven High now.
There's
There's got to be worse
Haven
stories
High.
than Haven High.
Mate, Confidential, born 2006, music artist, singer, songwriter. Lewis Brooks, your mate, former
Lewis,
professional footballer for
yeah,
Boston
yeah.
United, Boston
Professional.
and England.
I mean, I'm
under,
wearing a Boston United top.
England under 18s though. He played for England under 18s. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Go on, Lewis.
Oh, that's actually really impressive.
Brian Bolland, mate, cartoonist. Giles, one of the Judge Dredd artists for British comics. Giles School. There you go. So
Some notables, yeah.
some notable alumni.
Yeah.
David Vaughan, professional masturbator.
Professional podcaster and
Profe-
masturbator.
professional podcaster,
Yeah, that's some good
dog kisser.
good history, mate.
Yeah,
There you
I bet your guys has.
What was your favourite school dinner?
Oh, fuck. Hot dogs.
Hot
Hey,
dogs.
Nice. Did you have them on like a specific day?
Yeah, it was always on a specific day, and I'd always get those. I always get hot dogs for sure.
Did they give you like the full works?
Then
Like
Jamie Oliver
onions
came in
everything?
and fucking banned them.
Hot dog day.
Yeah.
It's like he bans them. What's he doing recently? He's doing something else.
Jolliver.
Jamie Oliver's in the news again, trying
Is
to
he?
ban something.
Well,
He just won't leave. Like he's been out the public eye for a while, then he's come back. Like,
What?
what is it, Jim? Like, what is he trying to ban?
I'm just having a look now. Chewing gum.
Chewing gum in schools.
Yeah.
Fuck
It's
off,
getting rid of.
Jamie.
No, it's just chewing gum in general. He's getting rid of chewing gum.
Oh, in general.
He stated he would outlaw traditional gum unless manufacturers can invent a formula that does not leave permanent sticky residue on public walkways.
Jamie, have you seen the price
Any-
of the general shop?
he's taking
No
away.
one's bothered.
He's
We got
taking away
wars.
your cans of Monster. He's fighting energy drinks at the moment. He's
Bloody
Again,
hell.
bigger fish to fry, Jamie.
Yeah, man.
we're what? By the way, I think we should ban Monster and chewing gum. Hey, lad, let's bring the price of everything down.
Yeah.
Go away.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah,
He's
man.
probably bored. He's like, what can I possibly ban?
yeah.
Your
Yeah.
food shit, lad.
Yeah,
Too
man.
much salt. Too much oil.
Nobody cares about you, Jamie. You don't have to come
Yeah.
back and try and ban
I'm
shit.
bored of him, mate.
Just because you
Bored
want to
of
be
him
in the
as
public
well.
eye again. It's just attention, isn't it? It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I think we
Attention.
should ban chewing gum.
What was
But-
your favourite school dinner, Jim?
Do you know what? If it was like a dinner, probably chili con carne.
Nice.
I do love a chili con carne, which I think I get taken the piss out of for because it's quite a basic meal. It's like one of the first meals you ever make.
Yeah.
But I think if you get a good chili con carne, it's the same as a good bolognese.
Yeah, man.
If you can measure a restaurant by their simplest meal, if their simplest meal is the best version of a simplest meal, then I think
Yeah.
their good shit is going to be good. Because if they make their simple meals taste good, then their gourmet shit, their really good stuff, that's going to be really good.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think a good chili con carne is a staple of a good kitchen. And then
We are talking about a school kitchen here.
A school kitchen, yeah. But the
Let's calm down just a little
But
bit.
chili con carne at the school kitchen was actually good. It was.
I just
banging.
imagine you
Listen.
just being like one of these influencers at school dinners, like reviewing them and stuff.
Did they give you rice
Would be
with it as
fantastic.
well?
Yeah, rice and chili for like
Nice.
150 or something
That's
like that. It was
good.
banging.
Yeah,
And then a
man.
little 25p panda pop on top of that. Mwah. But what I used to do was actually starve myself at school and then use the money that my dad gave me for school dinners to, at the end of the week, go to Nevermind the music store and buy CDs. So if I was
Nevermind.
buying food
Yeah, man.
at school, I figured quite late on that if I ate enough breakfast, I could get through to like 4
Yeah.
without eating.
I used to do.
I don't know if that's an eating disorder or an addiction to music, but I did used to starve myself at school so I could buy CDs.
I did a very similar thing. So I used to save my lunch money up as well. But it was so there used to be, I don't know if you'd have come to Sheffield at the same time. You'd have been too old to go because you'd have
Probably.
been 18 plus.
Yeah.
But they used to do like club nights for teenagers.
Great.
And you had to buy a ticket for that. And they had them at the Lead Mill and they had them at Corp.
Yeah.
And it was like, I can't remember what it was, but you had to get a ticket for it and be able to afford to buy like a Coke
Yeah.
whilst you're there, probably.
So that's what you were saving up for.
Saving money for that and like a lip balm and like maybe like a t-shirt. So you used to be able to go to Jack's Records on Division Street and buy like a t-shirt or a ticket to something.
Love that.
Oh God. Yeah, it's worth starving yourself. But when I did
Yeah.
eat, turkey baguette day. Turkey baguette
Turkey
Thursdays.
baguette. That sounds
So
fantastic.
you get like half-cooked bread. I'll make this for you guys sometime because it is fantastic.
Turkey
it's just
baguette
messy.
day. Yeah.
Half-cooked, like the part-cooked bread. They do those baguettes. They get like Bernard Matthews turkey pieces, fry it up,
Bernard Matthews, by the
put
way.
those down the centre. Yeah. Jump back to the last episode, or was it last?
Four
Was it
episodes,
two?
three
Yeah,
episodes ago.
3 episodes ago. So jump back to 3 episodes ago. Bernard Matthews there. But you get like the chopped up, fried up turkey pieces, and then they get a big jug of gravy, go down the centre, and you had it on this
Sounds
like
nice.
big paper plate, and you had to just like, it's just so messy to eat, but it was so nice.
Amazing.
Like,
I love that shit.
yeah, man.
I think I also used to do the full dinner at break time. So we used to have hot canteen at break time. So then we
Yeah.
could go out and play footy for all of lunch. And that was
Yeah.
also a good way to like save a bit of money for then spending all your
Yeah.
leftovers on sweets at the shop at the end of the day.
Yeah.
So that's another way of doing it. But what have you been up to this week, David?
I've been. This is the second time I've been to Sheffield because I went to go see Odyssey on Monday.
Woo.
Yeah.
Why are IMAX tickets in Sheffield £8?
Is that not what it is,
Is
everywhere?
that
Nope.
cheap? Is that cheap?
Yep. You go to Nottingham, Birmingham, £20 a ticket.
Wow.
Which cinema was it?
Oh, can't remember, man. I put it in the sat nav and just went, but it was here,
So,
and it was £8. 2 tickets for £16. I was like, what? There's no way, because I was checking like Birmingham times and stuff like that because I really wanted to see the Odyssey, and I was just like, what? How am I getting 2 tickets right now for like £16?
Yeah.
That's mental.
Considering the amount of
Considering-
money you burned in petrol getting
Yeah.
here and back.
Wait, did I just say 16? Is it 14?
16.
Was that right?
16's
8 plus
right.
8.
8. Yeah.
Fucking hell. My maths is terrible. Anyway,
8+8, Giles.
Giles. Yeah, legit. But I went to go see Odyssey and it was banging, but I just couldn't believe the ticket prices. That's crazy.
Would you recommend them?
Odyssey? Yeah, 8 out of 10 for
Yeah.
me. Is it if
An
it's
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
Not a 10.
No.
No.
Is it his best Nolan film? No. It's up there. Like, I did proper enjoy it, but my God, it's loud.
Do you need to see it in
Yeah.
IMAX?
No, actually. I would argue just go see it. Like, you don't need to see it in IMAX. And it's so loud. It's the loudest film I've ever, like, I was just like, oh my God, I need to actually.
You put your
I don't know why it's that
defenders on.
loud. I think Nolan's getting older because all his films are like that. They're getting louder as he progresses. I think his hearing's going. I just imagine Nolan in the studio. you know when he's cutting it and he's stood behind like the guy editing the video and the bloke's just like louder and he's like louder
That's like watching
and he's just
TV with
and
my
the bloke's
grandma.
like, well, it's so loud and he's like,
Yeah.
I said louder.
Louder.
I want to do like a because it is. You just look at Reddit threads. It's mental. It's so disorientating and loud, but there's so many cool scenes in it.
Is
and I
it is
didn't-
that part of the sense thing though? Is he?
But
is
it's
he
too
using,
loud. It's too loud.
So it's like Fran said. It's like me being in the living room at my father-in-law's house where he's got the telly on, And he's just blasting it out.
It's got louder.
He's watching
Yeah.
the most violent
Oh, yeah.
programs he can watch. The volume's on full.
Full,
It
yeah.
sounds like an absolute battle royale's going off in his house.
I think
He's
honestly,
got Scarface on. It's
24
just
hours in police
I would-
custody, just bumping it up.
I would love to see you guys go if you wanted to see a Nolan film, but like if you want to see Odyssey, and just you will literally call me and be like, that was the loudest film I've ever seen.
it's too loud.
It
Yeah.
was too loud. And he's turned down. We don't need to be that loud. But I didn't realise it was bad because I didn't look into it at all because I didn't like every time I saw a preview I was like, I don't want to know. And there was so many like
And you held off for quite a while then.
yeah, man, I didn't.
Because last week it's been out for a while.
It's been out for a
obviously.
while,
Yeah.
and I didn't know it was about it. Well, it's the Odyssey, isn't it? It's about
Yeah.
like, my God,
The mythology.
mythologists. Thank you, of like all the like Troy and stuff and giants. I didn't know, and I was like, oh fuck, this is sick, and it's his like take on it, which is really good.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Love that.
I love a bit of the mythology.
I won't
Vibes.
spoil it for anybody, but my favourite scene was when this witch turns them into pigs.
Yeah.
And she just contorts them and stuff. And the way he does it, I was like, that is fucking... It's unnerving.
Dark.
She just grabs them. He doesn't even do any effects or anything. It's the way it's shot, and he's like, she's pulling the faces, and they're just turning into pigs, and it's like so good.
That sounds great.
It was a really good Nolan film. It wasn't his best, but it's up there. I think I need to give it a rewatch.
Speaking
Yeah.
of contorted pigs, our case study for this week is private equity and asset stripping. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
get into it.
man.
Let's get
Let's
into it.
hear all about it.
So I'd like to start this case study, David, with a famous quote that I think you might recognise. I don't care about the next James Bond. He kills for country, Queen and God. We don't need another murderous toff. I'm just wondering where the high street's gone, because I'm scum. I'm scum.
Yeah.
That's Joe Talbot from Idols.
Yeah.
Yeah. So private equity, from you know a little bit about this, right?
A little bit, yeah.
You don't
yeah.
know too much about this. I did run this by you, right?
Yeah, and when you said it, I was like, oh, I have no idea about it, but I know the concept of it.
Yeah,
at
I
least.
feel like you'll know like a little bit of an overview because you look into things, you deep dive.
very briefly.
you-
I don't not too deep.
Tend-
I
you-
skinny dip into
You know,
subjects.
you've had a little skinny dip in private equity for sure.
And then I'll get bored and move
Yeah.
on. Yeah, quickly. Yeah.
It's the most bizarre concept to me because it seems like it should just be something that's completely illegal.
It's
Because
just dirty, innit?
it is. It's
like
right, and you would say that I'd say that upper class and maybe upper middle class and middle class people look at working class people that are like robbing bikes and stealing things from Woolworths
Yeah.
or whatever and go, oh, horrible robbers, dirty bastards, get them in prison, awful. Whereas this is like 1,000 times worse than that.
well, it's on a much larger scale.
And it's like a respected career. It's
Yeah.
literally, it's stealing
It's
and destroying a company, making an individual like massively rich,
yeah,
and it's
mass
fine.
redundancies.
Yeah, it's costing
The big-
people jobs, it's costing people pensions, it's costing high street shops. So it's like it's pretty gross,
Yeah,
but it's fine. It's a
you
it's
told
a,
us to watch a film, and I didn't, mate.
yeah. I
just
said,
didn't
well,
have time.
I suggested there's a film to watch, but it doesn't matter if we've not watched it. It's fine. I've not really spoke about it much in this, but it's an American vermin. So very similar to the grey squirrel, really. I think this is the grey squirrel that's coming over here, destroying all our red squirrels and infiltrating our environment and making our lives more shite.
sorry, this is just a very quick segue.
It's fine.
I saw a squirrel fall into a pond the other day, just so you know.
A grey
have
one?
you ever seen a wet squirrel before? Because it's the most mental thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen a wet squirrel. I've seen a squirrel run out of a bin.
Honestly, you got to see a squirrel fall. Like, I didn't know they could swim. They can.
Wow.
They can swim very well, but when they're trying to dry off, they just basically dry hump trees to try and get the wet off them. So it was like
Wow.
giving it that
Shit.
on the tree, and I was just like, oh, is it? My mate thought it was sort of like a disabled
Squirrel.
disabled squirrel. But at this point, pigeon, because you can't tell once they're wet.
No.
But like we were like, oh, is it like, you know, it's got some sort of disability? And we were like, should we go and check on it? And then she's like, no, it's fine. It's just ran up the tree again. She said
Wow.
it was just grinding itself on the
Grinding
on the
itself
tree to
dry.
get dry. Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine if that's how we
So,
dried
yeah.
ourselves.
But yeah, so the grey squirrels.
You can't tell once they're wet is also a great t-shirt. So
Also,
So-
wet squirrel sounds like a euphemism for something.
the old wet squirrel.
Give her the old wet squirrel,
If you know
eh?
what I mean.
I don't even want to know what moves that is.
If
leave
a
it to
wet
imagination.
willy is a... Sorry,
What's
we'll
a
carry
wet
on. So what is private equity, Dave? Say you wanted to open a business, right? You borrow 100 grand from me to open your business and it fails. Who's responsible for paying me back?
I am.
Absolutely. So whatever, you owe me 100 grand no matter what.
'cause you game it.
Yeah, whether your business fails or not. You owe me 100 grand.
Yeah.
Sound. Perfect. So what private equity is, they come along to establish businesses that's either succeeding or failing. Some of them are making multiple millions of pounds. Some of them are making a loss. And they front like a tiny little bit of money to buy a business. So say if a business was 100 grand, they put in a grand. They borrow 99 grand from what's called outside investors or limited partners, right? And then instead of them being responsible for the like 99% of the money, the business becomes responsible for that money. So if the like business...
So they're like some weird middleman and they're buying... Are you borrowing that money off? Oh, don't worry about it. We're borrowing
LPs,
off
mate.
some-
LPs. Just people that have got disgusting wealth. I imagine people like Elon Musk and stuff like that, but can't say it's definitely him, but like I'd imagine people that have got vast swathes of wealth.
Money
They
just
could-
isn't anything.
Yeah,
to them,
because they've got so many millions and millions. They can just go, oh, yeah, how many million do you want? 100 million. Yeah, no worries, sound. I've got loads more millions. That's not a problem. So they basically then make the company responsible for that £99,000 worth of debt, and they're responsible for £1,000. So if they lose it, it's a very low risk for them if the business goes under. So the way that they sort of deal with that, it's for the good fellas, and it's like, fuck you, pay me. Business has a bad day, fuck you, pay me. So the investors are getting their money back. If a business owns their own building or like any land, a way they often like make money on the business is they do what's called asset stripping. So they'll sell the land from underneath the business or sell the building that the business owns to, let's say, a landlord. Who do you think the landlord might be?
One of their mates
Or them.
or them. Oh.
And then they charge the business that they own rent on the land that then they also own at an exuberant rate. So the business is then responsible for paying rent. And then also, at the same time, they're charging management fees, consultancy fees. And also, even if the business is failing, they'll take out massive loans to pay themselves dividends from the business. So like, I guess the way that a dividend works is like you take a company profit and you pay yourselves in dividends, so you'd have to pay tax on it, and then the rest of it is like just goes into the company. I can't really explain it very well in a short term.
Like in the simpler version of that is like record companies where they front the money but take none of the risk. If you don't, like record labels were like, if you don't make it, then you owe us money.
You owe us money back. Yeah,
Right.
exactly that. Yeah, so you're trapped, really.
trapped.
So yeah, like these companies, these individuals become incredibly rich by saddling a company with debt.
For low risk.
And they'll do things like drain pension pots from the companies that have been paid into for years. So the employees from the companies don't get a pension. Companies like BHS, Debenhams, all those sort of things, I think they've gone through that, where there's just been employees that have worked for the company for like 40 years and they're like, where's my pension? Oh, the pension's gone. So your entire thing's gone. Then like individuals basically walk away kind of ultra rich and then just go and do it to another company. So because companies are saddled with so much debt because of this stuff, they're often stuck just like paying off the interest. So for example, Toys R Us, we'll talk about a shop that's dear to us. They were actually turning over like millions and millions of pounds of profit, like multiple millions of pounds of profit every year. But then when they got taken over by private equity, they owed $400 million a year just in interest.
Wow.
Plus rent on their stores, plus management fees, plus consultancy fees. So all of that profit they were making just gets sucked up. And then obviously the company goes under. So this is like kind of...
So the company didn't even go under because of like the sales weren't bad? They got fucked over by private equity.
They got to a point where they had to cut so many corners. So I think with the case of Toys R Us, for example, they were cutting out, like they had to cut out cleaning in the stores. So all of a sudden customers were complaining because the stores were dirty. There weren't enough staff on anymore. They were like, what's fucking going on? Because they've had to cut staff, they've had to cut cleaners. And essentially they were like, the buildings and stuff were just fucked. So I've got a good quote here that I found like whilst researching. It's me basically saying to you, I'm going to buy your house using your credit card, charge you rent to live in it, make you pay me a management fee for the privilege, and if you go bankrupt, I just keep your house. Sounds fair,
So
right?
it's like how hypnotizing works.
Yeah.
You just kind of like, sign this. You're like, what am I signing? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
And
Yeah,
they're just, I could imagine these types of people who are like quite got the gift of the gab. They go in, they convince you, and then before you know it, these people who are kind of like nice people or what, not even nice, just kind of a bit gullible and just saying, oh yeah, it sounds great, and they're just signing.
Well,
through.
I think essentially what the problem is that in the UK, for example, businesses, like the owners don't always want to own the business forever. They want to sell it. But because these companies are willing to pay like however much money they want to pay, like eye-watering amounts of money, you can't, if you're a seller of a business, you wouldn't really walk away from that. You'd be like, well, I want the most amount of money for my business.
So they're dangling
possible.
the carrot of like, we've got this ton of money and that's all they're seeing.
Yeah,
But
because I guess essentially if you're selling a business that you get paid, so you're happy, you get paid your hundreds of millions for your business, and you can walk away. I've got hundreds of millions in the bank, and I no longer have the stress of running a business. The business is now owned by private equity, who have literally bought it for nothing because they've just they've borrowed most of the money and put in like a tiny bit themselves.
So you leave the business, and all your like employees are like, oh, now we're going under. We're all fucked.
It's worth stating as well, for some of the cases, private equity has worked. So like Boots, for example, they're private equity owned and they're thriving. They're doing really well. There's lots of cases where they have come in and they have turned it around and it has made a profit.
Sure, yeah.
So in the last 20 years, the UK has become one of the world's most active markets with private equity takeovers. So some examples of companies that have fallen into this: The Body Shop. Hilarious about The Body Shop. You know what's their big slogan? No tested on animals, not tested on animals. When it was sold first in 2006, they sold it to L'Oreal. L'Oreal tied with Nestle, and Nestle pretty bad for everything, but testing on animals is pretty bad.
Oh shit!
So that was a big conflict of interest. Anyway, that's a little aside. Debenhams, Wagamama, ZZ, Lindsay's Awesome Rocking Tits, Byron Burgers, Boots, Hovis, Pure Gym, Yates, David Lloyd, Ben Lloyd, Pure Gym, Burger King, New Look, Pizza Express, Every, Asda, Morrison's, the AA, John Kemp's dad, and of course, pull one out, David, Toys R Us, RIP.
RIP.
Post-Brexit and pandemic, there's been a huge boom of private equity in the country.
I love that somebody might have listened to this. Why is he randomly laughing? And there's a shop called John Kemp.
Yeah, John Kemp.
That sounds like a store that you'd go to.
John Kemp's dad
I'm
is
off to
private
John-
equity now.
I'm off to John Kemp's.
Yeah.
Sounds like a upmarket clothing brand.
Yeah, well,
And that's just the
private
joke
equity
between
now
me and you.
taken out.
So I was just looking this up just to do with Toys R Us. So
Yeah.
obviously we're discussing like the assets that they strip and what they do to
Yeah,
the business like directly.
Yeah.
But I was just thinking, so in terms of like social responsibility, a lot of businesses obviously have like charitable arms to them
Yeah.
and things like that.
Yeah.
I was just looking up, and one of the sort of charitable parts of Toys R Us in the early 2000s was the Toys R Us Children's Fund. And so it targeted like helping with child safety, literacy, health, and family support. So when you think about like the thing of them like taking over companies, and like BHS will have also had like their own corporate social responsibility charities that they supported. It's not just a case of directly. Obviously, it's awful that the employees and everyone's affected by it.
But it's the wider
like,
thing
it's
as well.
Such a wide falling like issue where it's like, you know, where's the money from? Does that charity just cease to exist?
Yeah.
Is that they just strip that as well? Because it is
gross.
really disgusting.
It is gross.
Like, because they're there. Generally, corporate social responsibility is there to help people who have less and are struggling.
It's just business, man.
Just business, mate.
They need curb
Don't worry about
stomping
it.
though.
The world is becoming.
I'm pro curb stomp for this.
It's terrible. I say this verbatim constantly. I'll never have any money because I'm not prepared to like give up a lot of my morals.
Yeah.
But if you are,
you
can
make a lot of
rich.
money.
You can make a lot of money. It's like the mechanics of it. I understand
Yeah.
the mechanics.
But
I'm
I
like,
think-
I get like how that works, but it's like it's morally horrible.
Yeah, it's morally awful.
We're moving into a very brutal world here. I think it's like between 2016 and 2023. Just to throw figures in here, Americans have spent $200 billion on private equity takeovers in this country. just to put that in perspective, it's 80 billion in Germany and 36 billion in France. So like 4 times as much.
Yeah.
Private equity-backed companies employ 1.9 million people directly, and the suppliers of their companies employ 1.3 million people directly. So that's nearly 3 million people that are employed by companies that are private equity takeovers.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
So that's like, I'd say 5% of the population.
Yeah.
So it's pretty dangerous. Around the world, private equity owns things like healthcare. So hospitals, care homes, daycare centers, you know, like where kids go. That's in America.
I heard that our
schools,
our water cleaning facilities in the UK are owned by a lot of foreign private firms. Is that private equity? There's a whole documentary about it.
Can't confirm directly, but quite possibly yes.
Because it would apparently the cleaning of the water and all these like water factories are like tax owned, and we paid for it.
Yeah,
but then the private companies then sold. Well, our government sold these like clean water facilities.
That was Thatcher in the
Thatcher
in the late 70s. Basically privatized everything and sold everything. So quite possibly.
I'm learning all this now because whatever
could come under the branch of private equity, but it's pretty grim.
And when you're talking about water, which is like it's a big topic at the minute.
Well, you need
it's
water.
It's a massive topic, and it's also like as a new dog owner, it's something you have to keep an eye on. You know, on your local Facebook groups and stuff. I have to do it with my dog because I've had times when she's gone in certain rivers nearby and stuff like that, or like paddled or something, or just gone to fetch a ball. She's not that keen on water, but she'll have a little paddle. And then she's sick that week.
You gotta be aware.
Well, here you go, David. Private equity and foreign investment funds own or hold major stakes in roughly 70% of England's privatised water infrastructure. Prominent private equity groups and institutional investors such as KKR, EQT and Apollo Global Management hold stakes across major regional suppliers like Thames Water, Yorkshire Water and Northumbrian Water, drawing intense public and regulatory scrutiny over debt levels and infrastructure delivery. So yes, they do own.
And now we're building data centers in Leeds, which are going to suck up more water. Anyway, dude. Sounds great.
Well, maybe we leave that one there and we get into the next stuff the next time. There's some funny bits of this. It's been quite a serious episode today.
Yeah.
I feel like that's.
I think we're
brought everyone
ready to
down.
go out and fucking.
We're ready to go out and have some fun, right?
Yeah, man. Ready to have some fun and beat some equity out of those little equity goblins.
Guys, it's a comedy podcast. Stop asset stripping on me. Come on.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, like it's pretty grim. It's pretty grim stuff. I think this is important for us to understand because I think a lot of us are going, why the fuck is everything so shit at the moment? Why is everything so expensive? Why are there no shops left anymore? Why is there nowhere for us to go? Why are there no jobs? Why are all the jobs shit? Like, this is kind of part of the reason why, I think.
Speaking of which, from the last segment, just going on to this segment, I was in Co-op the other day and I saw a price change live as I was looking at the little, because they're all digital.
Oh shit! Is this like
it went up by by like 20p, I think.
Have they got digital prices on there?
All in the Co-op next door to me, yeah.
Oh fuck! Okay, they're doing this. This is a thing, isn't it? That's happening. Was it you that shared the thing about Waitrose?
No, but I know the story.
Yeah. So the Waitrose are doing the thing.
Milk up.
Yeah, so it's like during
the morning run.
Yeah, during the busiest times, Waitrose are putting the prices up of like when they know
just
people
scan
are rushing
anymore, and like you have to print off a label and put it in.
Yeah,
the you know HQ can just send, now it's all digital. They could just send out a live like, oh, we're going to change the price of milk now.
By the way,
raise it up by like £4.
The store's busy right now. Everyone's doing their big shops, and milk is 30p more expensive right now
because it's just gonna affect people.
It's price gouging.
Who are trying to work, provide for their family, drop their kids off.
Yep.
And the hour where they might be able to get the food.
It's the summer holiday price thing, isn't it? It's
man, it's
it made me feel horrible when I watched it. It went to like it digitalized, then just went boom, new price, and I was like,
"What was it?
Holy shit!" I can't remember what the product was. To be honest, I can't remember. It was like a while back now, but I remember thinking I need to remember this. I asked actually in the store. When they first got these digital tags in. I asked one because I go there every day because it's literally next door to me. I asked one of the people I get on with. I'm like, "Oh, I see your digital." Goes, yeah, it's great. We don't have to print off the labels anymore. And I'm like, yeah, but like, does that mean they can just change the price whenever? He goes, oh, you should see it in the morning. It's very weird. And I was like, what do you mean? So when the shop's shut and they go in and they turn everything on, they see down the aisle, it's all dystopian where all the prices go and like turn on.
That's awful.
And I was like, oh my God. He goes, yeah, to be honest, it did make me feel weird. And this was just a normal, I was like, we are entering a horrible time
Do
of
you know-
like,
We absolutely 100% genuinely are in like the
Black Mirror.
shittest, like we're at the best time to be alive with the shittest people running the world.
Yeah.
weird, innit? Like we've got the best technology.
Like this
life's
should
relatively
be,
safe in Western world.
this should be the best time to be alive. We've got like
Yeah.
all these protections against like diseases. Things like fucking hepatitis C are about eradicated in the UK, by the way.
Yeah.
So there's like loads of positive things.
Yeah.
And we're just fucking it up by doing these ridiculous, like, what the fuck is the point?
Well, we're just
Just
we're
greed. It's
making
just
people
greed, man.
more desperate. But I think
yeah,
just to bring it back to what we were discussing earlier with Jamie Oliver and the Monster cans,
yeah.
right? Can't do that with the Monster because they put their own little price on there, don't they? On the tins on a lot of them. You've seen that where it
shit.
already says it on the tin.
But that's
So I'm
not
like,
but that doesn't mean shit to shops though.
It,
They could just
it
be like,
doesn't, but they can't in terms of like consumer rights. They wouldn't be able to legally set. They'd have to start buying tins off of the company, which I imagine would come at a higher price. I imagine to be able to sell it at their price.
This
and so I'm
one-
like, I believe in if
I believe in the power of the RRP.
I believe in the companies putting their own prices on. If they want to go against this and push against that grain, make like Monster.
oh, start
And
going.
screw Jamie Oliver.
Start going to your local like corner shops, man.
Well, we lost our veg shop recently where I am, which was really sad. He was a proper nice bloke, really good
They
veg
just
shop.
couldn't keep it going, could he?
And no, because it was like we went, I saw other people going, but then it's like it slopes off. And then like it's a really difficult time for those shops to stay open. But I think like the only ones I'm seeing thrive is like your vape shops at the moment where I am. Vape shops
Yeah.
everywhere, mate.
Have you seen in
like-
America those cameras that they put up? They're like, I can't remember, flock cameras, where like they just started installing them. It's this weird, ominous, like just multiple cameras, and it just scans everybody's facial recognition and face.
Yeah.
And there's like some vigilantes have put a map up, like you can go online
Where all they
and
where they all
all
are.
the Instagrams are fantastic because there's this one bloke who literally said, definitely not getting a balaclava, and he was going through he gave you a full tutorial saying these scumbags are going around with these flock cameras, and he was clearly saying this is how you get rid of them. Put a
Wow.
balaclava on. You got that. You get this from Depot store, like one of these saws that cut through like aluminium. Fucking. He goes, definitely don't do this because these scumbags are going around taking these flock cameras out,
Yeah.
and there's a movement of like people doing it, and it's actually apparently it's really. The government are really mad about it.
Government.
But I think they started doing it in the UK as well, like these flock cameras, just to
Well, they're bringing in. I think they're bringing in facial recognition on the tube.
it's to save the
as well,
children.
first. Yeah,
To
well,
keep
yeah, that's
children
it. So
safe.
save the children, definitely.
I love that it's like a double barrel thing because I can understand like that. Yeah, that would keep people safe, especially if there's more pedos in the world or whatever, and they had to track somebody. It's easier to find someone.
Yeah.
That's not the main. They don't care about that.
There's a paranoia to it. There's again, I'm a big fan of Adam Curtis. He was talking on one of his latest series that he's put out. There's an interesting clip of a woman who lives in a tower block. This is back in the 70s or 80s, and they put a CCTV camera outside the front door of the tower block, so you could see who's coming in, who's going out. It's all your neighbours, and then that's linked to one of the channels on your television. So she's sat in watching telly. She's flicking through, I don't know, let's say EastEnders on one channel, Coronation Street, Channel 4, Channel 5, having a look what's on, not sure what's on. And she always goes back to the CCTV camera because she's more interested in just watching what's going on, who's going out, what time are they going out, who's coming in, what are they bringing back with them, where have they been, what
Really?
shop have
I
they been
wouldn't
to.
I wouldn't be asked at all. I don't give a shit.
And that's almost the early version, he says, of doom scrolling, because people doom scroll because they want to see what people's lives are. And then people that post on
Yeah.
Instagram and social media, they're putting out their lives are very. Oh, look
I'm
at
not
this.
bothered about other
This is
people's
so
lives.
funny.
I'm all about like the funny shit, the memes
you-
and conspiracy theories. To be
Yeah.
fair,
Did
No,
you
that's-
watch
that's me.
There you
Teletubbies
go.
when you were a kid?
yeah.
Right? So this is an
Conspiracy.
example.
Kind of. Was it a
Conspiracy
bit
theory,
late
yeah.
for us? Like, I think
Yeah,
I know what Teletubbies
don't back
is.
out now. Like,
Yeah,
you guys dabbled.
I've watched Teletubbies
You've seen
now
Teletubbies.
as an adult because
So-
I watch it with my child.
Yeah,
So,
so I would say, right, with Teletubbies, and I think this is like maybe like a good way of telling like what you're gonna become as an adult. Although obviously environmental factors,
Yeah.
right? When I was a kid, if I was watching the Teletubbies and you get to see all the mischief they get up to, New comes out, the pink tubby custard's out, it's great. They're having a great time on that hill.
yeah.
And then they're like, oh, let's go to the top of the hill, see the sun, see what the other kids are doing. Nah, turn it over. Not interested. Don't want to know what the other kids are up to. I want to see the entertainment that I'm there to watch. I don't want to see other kids sticking bits and bobs, doing
Going on
arts
the
and
bus.
crafts in a community centre. I'm not interested in it.
Oh, right.
So that was me as a child. Don't watch it now. But
When
like, when I was a kid-
Teletubbies brought you back into the real world, you were like, I'm a bit annoyed about this.
You
I,
like,
I live in the real world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if I want to make some arts and crafts with like a cardboard tube, I'll do that on my
Amazing.
own time. Don't need to watch
Amazing.
6 other kids my age doing that. Not interested. So I think like that for me, I'm like, I think a lot of other kids were the same, where it was like, as soon as it went on to that bit where it shows you what other kids are doing,
Yeah.
when you're a child, you're like, this is not entertainment. Like, I'm not entertained. I'm not interested.
Do you know what's so funny about that? Those are the bits my son likes the most.
Really?
He's so fascinated by watching other children.
That's interesting.
Watching other children ride the bus. He loves those bits. He locks in on those bits.
No, I was so uninterested in like what other kids were doing.
Mm-hmm.
I was just there for like, as soon as like, you know, Sesame Street, Big Bird brings a kid in, not interested.
Yeah.
It's a bit like
Big Bird
Takeshi's
talks
Castle, isn't it?
to,
Is it?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to explain.
yeah.
You ever watched Takeshi's Castle?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch the end where they'll get on the fucking the little like the vehicles that shot each other?
No,
Boring.
no. But
What-
that's,
so-
Do you not remember that? That's
What?
how much. That's how much you didn't want to watch it.
Yeah, but what's that bit got to do with the real world? Because it's still part of the game.
You just didn't want to watch it.
Oh,
You was
it's the
there
bits
for the
where it's
fucking
like-
sick bits where it was falling over trying to get across.
Yeah.
As soon as you got to the end bit where they all got in the
Right,
cars
right,
and
right,
shot
right.
each
It's
other.
back in reality, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Right.
It's like more.
It was just
reality
boring. I was
again.
like, what the fuck
I
is
think
this?
like, yeah. So for me, I was like, I think entertainment.
yeah.
For me, I was always like, I don't want too much reality. Don't mind a game, like you say, like a game show is different.
You want to remove yourself from reality.
watching-
Yeah.
Watching someone who's the same as me do their daily life.
Gotcha.
Not that bothered.
Gotcha. So what have we learned from this week then, guys?
That was like a TV presenter.
Yeah, man, that was very Art Attack.
It's like, hey guys, so what have we learned from this week about asset stripping and public fucking equity?
I haven't learned much about that. Like I already knew that stuff. But what I have learned about the Teletubbies is there was a segment at the end where all the kids did stuff.
Yeah.
You never
Boring.
Never knew that. Never knew that.
tuned out at that point.
Tuned out.
Yeah.
I've learned that not all strippers are good strippers. Some are asset strippers.
Yeah.
What have you learned from?
I think I've just learned that like I've got more enemies out there than I realised.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew I had a few, but now I'm like, I'm putting names to companies. Like,
A lot of people are saying,
I'm
you know,
watching you.
use independent, but it's actually very hard to touch anything that's not been
Yeah.
tickled a little bit by private equity on its way. Even your, I don't know, vegetables that go to your independent restaurants, wherever they come from, if they come
Yeah.
from a supplier that's actually owned by private equity. So it's kind of hard.
I think the
To
only
avoid.
way is to go back to, there's an episode of The Simpsons
Yeah.
where they all end up on that island where they're all lost and everything. And Lisa
Epstein's
just
Island.
Yeah, and Lisa just opts to lick a stone with moss on because it's the most ethical way to survive on the
Oh,
island.
yeah, that's good.
I
Let's
think
let's go back to licking moss off
That's-
stones.
Yeah, I
everybody.
think we need to go back to licking moss off stones to stay ethical within this society.
Perfect. We'll circle back next week for our final part on asset stripping and a special game involving a bag of crisps.
So go back next week. I love you.
Bye.
Bye.
Pressio.